let's go on to that other series that you were talking about.
Oh yes, Lakers versus Warriors, man. It's definitely one for the nostalgia for us. It's so funny because I keep seeing memes about how a couple years ago it's like, oh man, not another LeBron versus Curry finals, and so many of us are honestly just so goddamn excited we get to
I
see
was
it
gonna
one more
say that's
time.
exciting to me.
Yeah, but I definitely understand what we were feeling at that age. But sometimes, like for me, we didn't really appreciate greatness. Like for me, I wasn't a big fan of LeBron as a Celtics fan up until 2018, and just honestly watching him drag those teams to the finals, and watching the Warrior Avengers just be the greatest thing basketball's ever seen, was honestly just pure basketball
You could
in
say
its
it. They
highest
beat up
form.
Thor. They beat up Thor.
Oh yeah, nah, they definitely were out here doing marvelous things with the team that, in my opinion, is still one of the best teams ever created. But definitely great series from both teams. 7 game series in the first round. Both were the underdog in the
Yeah.
series. We got 7-6 beating 2-3. And honestly, both teams look good. One team was about a story of, like I said, Steph Curry carrying the backpack. Clay went missing for a few games. Draymond literally went missing for a game because he decided to step on people's chest. And
Game
obviously,
and a half, pretty
Claypool.
much. Yeah.
I said Claypool. Jordan Poole also went missing for a little bit, but the only person that didn't want go missing, two people. The only two people that didn't go missing was definitely Steph Curry and your boy Looney on those offensive boards.
Oof,
Him and those rebounds was
Looney.
definitely honestly a sight. 'Cause that's something that probably wasn't expected. And on the other
Not
end,
at all. Not no 20 point or 20 rebound games.
yeah, that's
Not at
crazy. Another end, man, you had LeBron doing LeBron things. As I said, coming up to the playoffs, the last couple years in the playoffs with the Lakers, especially, he's learned to try to take a step back, average less points, get more assists. We're no longer seeing like 37-6. We're seeing like 25-9. So he's definitely trying to get his other teammates involved. And honestly, this time he's not even gonna get the assist because he got people that can create for themselves. And they
true.
show that they can. AD had 2 monstrous games and was the best defensive player in the first round, hands down, not even close. They were hosting a goddamn block party over there. Um, like I said,
One of the best
Hachimura
defensive
and
players, like
Reeves.
I've said, man. AD.
Oh yeah. As long as he stay healthy, he's honestly a unicorn, one of a kind. Um, Rui, Hachimura and Reeves both taking turns, really coming
Oh
through,
no.
stepping up, making sure they show out when they need to, good passes when they need to, good defensive plays when they need to. And then obviously, after a couple games coming out flat, D'Lo made sure he ended the series on the right note. That he never want to know why he's that third guy basically on that team.
Hmm.
So definitely love to see this. This one, I'll be honest, this was a real hard one for me to choose.
Me
Um,
too. Me
real
too.
hard
I'll
for
be
me to
honest.
choose.
Me too.
I honestly, I'll be honest. Let me see who did I choose. Okay. Um,
It's
yeah,
that
yeah,
tough.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Because I
going
don't
back and
I don't
forth,
like
am I
to
right?
choose. Yeah, I don't like to choose before the episode. So this is one I was just like, I'll just wait to see how I feel.
That's
Um,
that's true. That's how
it's
I
a
am.
heart versus mind. But the
Mm.
crazy is the heart and mind is playing strings with both of them. I do want Steph Curry like last year. Steph Curry against the Celtics. If we had to lose, which obviously I was upset we lost. If we had to lose, the Warriors were the one team I was happy we lost to see the Steph Curry come back, you know, them not make the playoffs, Clay come back from injury, and see the journey they had last year. Like that was amazing. Um, to see them do it again, when I'll be honest, they didn't look nowhere near as good this year.
Hmm.
Will be another testament to Steph Curry.
Yeah. Good
And the
point.
same thing for LeBron. Um, a lot of people love to hate LeBron. A lot of people don't want him to get more rings. But at the end of the day, to me, his legacy is already cemented.
Oh yeah,
He,
for sure.
you know, we can have talks about, who is, the GOAT, all that. But to me, like he's when once he became the leading scorer in NBA, I'm not gonna say that made him the GOAT, but that made it so he's no longer chasing nobody. Like I don't think he has to win another ring to cement his legacy for nobody.
No,
Like anything
you're
else
right.
after is just icing on the cake at this point. Um,
Point.
so I do think that him just going through this playoff series at the age of 38, uh, winning a ring or getting a chance to win a ring is like people don't understand, especially leading a team at the age of 38 to win a ring. I don't think people understand how amazing that is. So I definitely
It
have
hasn't been
so
since
much
Kareem,
emotions.
really. Like you had a guy like this, but then Kareem had Magic Johnson, so
And not even that, Kareem was nowhere. Like there hasn't
no,
been
no, he wasn't as
a
good. Yeah,
efficient,
at this, yeah,
efficient or effective at this point of their career. Not one
exactly.
person. So
He was on the downturn of his career, whereas LeBron seems like he's pretty steady. Like, yeah, he taken a little bit of a dip, but it's like he's steady after that dip. Like he's not going all the way down.
and that dip is still top five in the league, which is crazy.
I
Um,
say top 10.
some age wise, but if you honestly just skill set wise, he's still top five in the league.
Oh yeah, yeah, skill set. All right. I was going by like just stats this year. Stats
And
this year
that's
is
what I'm
like
saying.
top 10.
Like
Yeah.
he is getting old, so he's not going to put those stats up. But I'll still take LeBron over
Oh
everyone,
yeah,
probably
yeah,
about
yeah,
four
yeah. You
people in
gave
the
me
league.
like
You know what I
a
mean?
top 10 player. Yeah. Other than like two other players like Curry and KD, I would probably still take LeBron. I'll be honest. Like
No,
other
yeah,
than KD and Curry, start me a team with LeBron.
yeah, no. So, and that's crazy. So I definitely have a lot of emotions, and I mean, what can you say? Uh, Warriors got to step it up on defense if
Yeah.
they want to be competitive in the series, but the Lakers got to find a way to be more efficient on offense if they gotta, if they want to find a way to stay competitive. Switch it up and say the same exact thing. Golden State's got to find a way to show up besides Steph Curry. And same thing. Lakers went to a 7 game series. Um, Only AD was the only leading scorer more than one game. Every other game, someone else had to be that guy. And it's nice, but at the end of the day, that isn't always what you want because then you could end up with a game where no one can be that guy.
Yep. Everyone's off, and you
Everyone's
need
off.
to be
And you
on.
need
Yeah.
exactly. So at this point, we're honestly like it's so crazy because they're so different teams.
Yeah,
One
they are
one
though.
team is
That's a
built
good
on
point.
shooting. One team is built on inside fighting. Not fighting, but fighting on the inside, trying to bully your way through. Um, but they're really the same team.
I mean, when you
Average
look at the
teams,
stars,
like both average in stats, except for the only thing I would put Golden State is a way better scoring team than the Warriors. But at this point, from what they've shown us in the first round and towards the end of the season, that consistency is just like it's not there right now. So like they struggled against an average defensive team in the Kings. Um, Not next Jesus. The Lakers are a little better, so I definitely do expect this to be a little bit more competitive. But I got this going 7 games. What about you?
ooh, we got to go on 7.
Yes.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Man, I don't know if I got to go on 7. I was thinking 6 or 7. I'll be honest, and I still have not made my choice for who I'm gonna pick. Can you guys believe that? And I'm serious because I was going back and forth, man. Like I almost have my choice. I'm like 98% sure on who I want to pick, but then again, it's like that other 2% is like like literally the stars can change this whole game. The star could take over in any one of these games. You could have LeBron go off for 40. You can have Curry go off for 40, and it can literally change a game any second. Now, what I will say is though, obviously you got Golden State that has the home field advantage, home court advantage, so they are gonna start out at home. That's gonna help them a little bit. Plus, the way that the second round is set up, it's one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off. So there's not gonna be that much off time for LeBron. He is age 38 right now. We know that, and we know that he is not himself late. Not 100%. Coming towards the end of the season, he was like still not 90%. He said so. He wasn't coming in 100%. Same thing with AD. He was on and off this whole year. Finally came back. He was healthy at the end of the year, but I don't think both of these guys are 100% when you got guys like Clay coming into his own now, when you got guys like Wiggins coming into his own now, when you got guys like Looney coming into zone out, but I don't expect Looney to ball out like he did in that first round. I think the AD is going to be getting those offensive rebounds in this matchup. I do expect Clay, or sorry, not Clay, but I expect Kevin Looney to struggle down low. To be honest, struggle to get those offensive rebounds and struggle to even get points. I do see him struggling in this matchup just because how good AD is down low. He's gonna block shots. And one thing about Curry too, he loves to go inside, throw those floaters up. One thing about AD, he loves blocking floaters. And if you notice in that the first couple games when they played Memphis, John Morant loves doing those floaters too. And what was happening? AD was coming in and blocking them out of there. So one thing we're gonna have to watch is definitely blocks on Curry. I will say though, if LeBron comes out hot and starts making threes, then they're gonna be very successful. Because I'll be honest, like the last round, they were terrible, bro. I'm just gonna read off LeBron's 3-point stats in the last 5 games. He was 1 for 8. He was 0 for 4, 1 for 7, 1 for 9, and 2 for 5. So he's literally averaged 10% in the last round. That's how bad he was in his 3-pointers, which is crazy. He only made 5 3-pointers and shot close to like 40. That is just terrible. So one thing I think the LeBron can play better. He's not known obviously in his career for being a great 3-point shooter, but he's got to shoot at least more than 30%. Like you got to get him more than 30 if you want to keep up in this league and keep up with a team like the Warriors that is gonna shoot threes. You got Poole, you got Clay, you got Curry. Obviously, even Wiggins is out there shooting threes at 35, 38%. You got to keep up with these guys if you want to. Now, one thing I will say though, Draymond and LeBron matchup, that's gonna be interesting because Draymond loves playing LeBron on defense. Who's
Nah, it's
gonna
not. It's gonna be Wiggins. Draymond
think
have to
so?
guard
Think this time
AD.
it's gonna be Wiggins?
Draymond have to guard AD. It
Yeah,
has to be Wiggins. 'Cause at
yeah.
this
I
point,
mean,
think about it. That's what they did last year. Wiggins guard the best defender. Draymond guards the second best. That's exactly why Andrew Wiggins was guarding
that's.
Jason Tatum, while Draymond Green was guarding Jalen Brown.
I mean, you got a point for sure. Especially like once, like it'll be interesting once Vanderbilt's in there because Vanderbilt too is gonna be taking up Draymond space too, so he's gonna be in the space. But I do expect the center to be like Kevon Looney versus AD. I do expect that to be the matchup.
So AD is going to guard Kevon Looney because he's going to want to stay in the paint, and Draymond has a better chance of pulling AD out the paint because Draymond stays at the top of the keys, passing, setting screens, DHOs.
That's why I don't think
So
AD's gonna do that. Like I don't think
so no,
AD's
AD
gonna.
is going to guard Kevon Looney, but Draymond is going to guard Anthony Davis while Wiggins will be guarding LeBron. And at that point, Rui Hachimura
Maybe
will guard Looney.
Looney.
Yeah.
Maybe I could definitely see Looney still keeping up on my man AD down low, especially if AD tries to get some post moves. But I will say I think the AD
No.
is gonna be successful down in that post.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I would say like if Kevon Looney or basically Kevon Looney guards AD if they go down the court and they don't have time to switch, or if AD gets a rebound already he's down there, but his primary defensive guard will be Draymond Green. That's literally what Draymond gets paid for.
True, but I'm sure we're still gonna see some Draymond versus LeBron action, and that's what I really
Oh
want to
yeah,
see.
no, we
I want to
will,
see that action because that's gonna
but I would
remind
say
you of
like
that old
primary,
school.
that's gonna be Andrew Wiggins'
Oh,
job, and
yeah,
can he do it?
that's a good
Like,
point though. The
yeah.
primary for sure, but I still want to see some of that Draymond action because that's what we missed from those finals. We missed Draymond versus LeBron. Obviously, like
I mean,
that
Draymond
was
ain't that same defensive player anymore either. I
not
would
at
say
all.
he's still a great defensive player, but even now he might want to worry about AD. He got to work. That's what I say.
I
Let
don't
let
know,
Wiggins,
man.
let the
AD
young
seems
man
like
and Wiggins handle LeBron because you got your work cut out for
I don't
AD.
know, man. I'll be honest. I'm sorry, AD seems like a better player right now than dare I say it, LeBron in the playoffs. I'll be honest,
No,
like AD's been playing
AD's
better than LeBron.
but but that's the whole purpose. Like, well,
I know, but that's what I
technically
mean. So like
LeBron is still leading that team in scoring, while AD had two 31
barely,
point games.
barely.
LeBron consistently averaged 2 more points in the whole series because that's the whole point. LeBron was never the top scorer, but he was always the second because that's not his job anymore.
I know, but
He's too
that's
old.
what I mean. So it's gonna be a you're
This
giving,
is AD's time to shine. He's the one that's going to be the one giving the more opportunity to go off every
and
game.
that's what I mean. You're
First series he
giving
had 231.
Draymond a tougher job to guard a tougher defender than LeBron. Like so you're giving him a tougher job than it would be to defend LeBron.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I think you got to
But
give
that
that
you
on
have
Looney. If Looney's been balling out like this on guys like, I'm sorry, but like yeah, you didn't have like Jaren Jackson in there. Yes, it would have been interesting to see Jaren Jackson. What would have been with him if he was in that series? Because that would have been totally different seeing him against AD. I would have liked to see that because I do think that the body styles match up similar to Kevon Looney and Jaren Jackson.
yes, but no coach is going to choose Looney over Draymond to guard anyone. You have two of the best defensive players in the league in Wiggins and Draymond. So Draymond's gonna guard AD, Wiggins gonna guard LeBron. Looney will get his chance to guard AD. Draymond will also get his chance to guard LeBron. But I
Mm.
promise you, as soon as that game start, you're gonna see Draymond getting post up because he's the one that's gonna have to
Him
guard
post,
AD.
okay.
And
Yeah,
you saying that,
that's
and that's what I'm saying. You saying
tall
that
order for
AD's
him.
a way better person or scorer right now or a taller task is exactly why they're going to put Draymond on him. Draymond
Mm.
is the best defender on that team. If AD wasn't in the picture, and let's say it was LeBron James and Andrew, or LeBron James and JaVale McGee, yes, Kevin Looney's guarding JaVale McGee, and Draymond is guarding LeBron. But the second
I guess
AD's
you
on
so
that court with
you want the
LeBron,
Lakers. I'm sorry, you want the Warriors to put their best defender on AD, and I'm
yes,
sorry
and
that's
I'm the
on
Lakers'
AD
best
pretty
scorer. Yeah, and that's
much.
not what like me wanting. That's just like
No, that's what they
not
should
only
do,
that's
right?
what they will do.
Or what they will do. Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what.
hundred
Yeah.
percent what they will do.
And you
And
know what? You might be
that's
right about that. Now that I'm thinking about it, because you know,
like you said, no one's
obviously,
scared of Looney.
AD doesn't really like backing down as much. So you might be right. Draymond is gonna be kind of covering him up front as well, like when they're passing it out around the 3-point line, even mid range. So you might be right about that. Actually, I'll concede to that for sure. And that's gonna be huge for them but seeing the amount of points that AD is gonna be able to get on Draymond, because like you said,
That's the
Draymond is
real
not that
matchup.
same defender. That is gonna be interesting too. It definitely is. I don't know. I expect LeBron to play a lot better in this series. He played pretty
He knows he
bad in
has
that
to.
first series.
So I don't think he played bad shooting. Yes, his shooting was bad, but
That's what I mean. Now
everything else,
defensively, he played good.
let's just say everything else was great. His shooting was bad, but he still, like you said, shot almost 50% altogether. Even though his 3 point was under 20, like yeah, his 3 point was trash, but he still ended the series with 22 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, a block, and a steal.
Yeah, but like, when have you heard LeBron averaging 22 points is a good thing? Like that, even like his rookie year, my man
That's your
averaged.
problem though. He is 38 years old, and
Yes,
you're
but
mad
to
that
win,
he had 22 any
but to
other
win
person,
this series, he needs to score more. That's what I mean. To win this series, a team
not
like the Warriors,
necessarily.
the number two scoring team in the league, he needs to score more.
Not necessarily. They just have to play better defense. And I would say he needs to shoot better, not score more. Because I'll be honest,
22
LeBron
points is
James,
enough. I think like 25, 26 he needs. To be honest, that's
bro,
me.
but that's wild because like anyone
Austin Reeves took
else,
over last series and he took over most of the points. I think I mean, yeah, if same thing happens and Austin Reeves takes over again, then yes. But what if a guy like Austin Reeves doesn't? You're gonna need a guy like LeBron. The top guys are gonna need to score in this
but that's
series.
the thing. If he averages what, one or two more made threes, that's 22 to 25 to 26. That's every other basically leading scorer. Like he doesn't need, I don't think that's the whole point. Like he is 38 years old. Like it's crazy that people are so like 20. The only fault you can say about the first round is his shooting, but everything else he was prolific.
was
anyone
great.
else have a first round like
Some of the
that,
best defense I've seen in his career.
they had a great round. But it's crazy that some people could be like, and it's not even you
But
personally.
no, I'm not even
That's
faulting
just
him
the
for winning in that way. I'm saying to win this series, he's got to score more.
to me. I think he could do it if him and both AD average over 20. That's a point. Name any other squad that got two people averaging over 20. They don't.
I
Most other
mean,
squads, like let's say you got, so
the
obviously you got the
Warriors,
Celtics.
the Celtics for sure, over
Clay, you
25.
got yeah, Clay just got
He's just
like
over
Clay's
20.
barely.
That's it.
Nikola, that's about it.
No,
Nicole,
actually, you know what? The Kings. I mean, Kings were 20 and
well, that's
Sabonis
because
had
they
just
have
over
no
20.
real. Everyone kind of like the Kings is more of a team, like a team, where they no real superstar. They too many young guys. But that's what I'm saying. Like Devin Booker and
Yeah,
KD,
but that's once KD came in. I get you. And then obviously Luca and Kyrie, they couldn't really do nothing with it. So I get it. It needs to be spread around more. But I think that do you really expect like the Lakers to win this series if LeBron averages 22? The rest of this series against the
no, but
Warriors.
I don't expect him to average 22. That's what I'm saying.
I
He
mean, either. That's
averaged
what I mean. I don't either.
22, shooting 19% from the three. I don't expect him to shoot that bad.
I
So for
agree.
me, that
I agree.
22 already turns to 26 just by shooting better.
I mean,
And
that's
that
that's
could
my point though. He's gotta make more
no, yeah,
points
he's
to
got
win
to
this series though. Like literally, he's gotta shoot more and make more points.
so to me it's not shoot more, it's just
Yeah,
be
yeah.
more
No,
efficient.
no, make more points. Yeah, yeah,
It's just be more efficient.
yeah, yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but I honestly felt like he was just trying to show off a lot. Like there's so many game ending runs in the fourth quarter in this Grizzly series where he took threes to me made no sense. It's just because he always kept thinking one of them's gonna hit and
He
be
was shooting a
that
lot of
three.
40-footers. Like, I'm
Like,
like, what are you
bro,
doing?
like, yes, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I really think he was taking a lot of stupid shots, like, and I don't even say on purpose, but like,
Now he
LeBron
was
was
trying
trying to,
to
like,
make the crowd like be in
yeah,
his
he was trying to
favor.
mentally,
Yeah,
like, yeah.
the
So
momentum or
he
something.
can't do
But
that. He knows he can't do that against the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers against the Warriors. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think he takes shots like that. I think no, you're right. I do think we do see a better LeBron this series, but I do think he gives us at least 25 for sure.
I think we need to, and I think this is the way that the Lakers win. I think if he gets 25 and you get AD getting 25 the rest of the series, this is where I don't have this as a 7-game series. Now, the Warriors have one problem this whole year. What is that problem? They play
Defense.
terrible on the road.
Oh,
They do. They're one of the worst teams in the road in the NBA. In the NBA, like the
hmm
only worst teams, the Houston Rockets, and you got the Detroit Pistons that are just as bad. And I think the Portland Trailblazers as well. I think they're just right there at 10-33 as well on the road, which is crazy, crazy. Or 10-32 actually on the road, but it's a crazy, crazy number. I think that the one thing that the Lakers will do good, they do play good on the road, and they can steal one in Golden State. This is going to be home in Golden State the first 2 games. I do expect the Lakers to steal one in Golden State, and then I'll be honest, I got this being a 3-1 series after game 4 with the Lakers' favor. Now, what happens after that? I think LeBron and AD are just going to take over the series. The inside game is going to take over. I don't think that Kevon Looney is going to be able to stop guys and going to be able to get those offensive rebounds like he was able to. So I got this as a 6-game series and the Lakers winning game 5 and game 6. Or no, I'm sorry.
Mm,
Oh, excuse me. I said that wrong
game.
because I got a 3-1 series and then I got him one in game 6. Yes, that's what I do. Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Got one in game
so
6.
I got a lot more competitive. I do think that uh I don't know. I think that both teams like they're gonna try to go for their strengths. So Warriors gonna be a problem to deal with that shooting. Um I do have it in 7. I do have it Lakers in 7. Um Part of me though do believe it's a biased choice.
Hmm.
Well,
Why you say
such
that?
I don't know. I love both teams, but
Well, it's not
when
biased then
it's
if you like
so
them
even,
both.
well, here's the thing: when it comes so even like this, and this has been one of the most hardest choices for me,
I
I
agree.
have to go with who I want to win. And I can't. I still right now, as I'm talking, I just literally can't actually pick based off of stats alone. I have to pick off who I want to win, and I want the Lakers to win.
Wow, that's crazy because the way that I picked, I literally did the opposite because who I want to win is the Warriors. But I kind of went off logic and just what I've seen from the All
My
Star game
logic finds me
since then.
dead center. My logic puts me dead center. It doesn't
No, I
help
mean
me.
it's logical what you
Yeah,
said too. Like everything is logical about that pick. It's not like it's
but
not. But
I
I'm
do
like my
believe in
heart
Game
says
7. I'm taking LeBron over Curry every time.
that's what my heart says. Take Curry in a game 7. Take Curry in a game 7. Not that you've seen him ball out, but my head is just saying like, yo, the Lakers have been the best team, pretty much second best team in the league since the All Star break, and they've been balling out with all their role players. Vanderbilt's gonna ball out in this game. Obviously, you got guys like Russell who's gonna be balling out, and Austin Reeves balling the fuck out. So I got Lakers in 6. I think they're gonna do it quick, man. I think this is gonna be a rough one for the Warriors.
Well, we'll see tonight. They get their first chance, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Um,
let's see it.